Today we're taking a look at these NHL matches, which are happening on Thursday, November 18, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Calgary Flames vs Buffalo Sabres. The offense has performed well for the Flames this season. Calgary has scored 3 goals or more in 5 out of the last 10 games. They rank 13th in goals per game, 3rd in shots per game, 20th in shooting percent, and 3rd in scoring efficiency ratio. Elias Lindholm leads the Flames with 17 points. Lindholm has scored 8 goals and has 9 assists. Gaudreau has 4 goals and 12 assists. Andrew Mangiapane has had a good start to the season, scoring 10 goals. Our first betting advice is to pick Buffalo Sabres. The Sabres followed up their loss to Toronto with a win over the Flyers in their last game. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Flames, which will give them their 3rd win in their last 4 games. Our second betting advice is to pick over 6. San Jose Sharks vs St. Louis Blues. The St. Louis Blues have been pretty good this season, and one of the reasons is the play of center Jordan Kyrou. They only have Braden Shen on the injury report with an upper body injury, so they are as healthy as they will be. Kyrou is leading the team in points and goals as he has 17 points, 7 goals, 10 assists this season and has recorded 7 points in his last 5 games. In the last game against the Arizona Coyotes, he finished with a goal on 1 shot in 19:03 on the ice. Kyrou has shown the ability to be one of the best players in the league, and it'll be time to put that to the test. Our first betting advice is to pick San Jose Sharks. San Jose is averaging 2.87 goals per game. They scored 4 goals on 21 shots in their last game. Timo Meier had a goal and an assist for the Sharks. Mario Ferraro, Erik Karlsson, and Tomas Hertl scored a goal apiece, while Logan Couture picked up 2 assists. San Jose has played well defensively, giving up 2.73 goals per game. They gave up a goal in their last game and will need a similar effort if they want to get the win. Our second betting advice is to pick over 5.5. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. Dallas Stars vs Minnesota Wild. The Dallas Stars are hoping to make up some ground in the Central Division standings by going into Minnesota and defeating the Wild, who are currently ranked 2nd in the division. Dallas, who are ranked 5th with a record of 6-6-2, are looking to go above .500 with a win. Though they are currently ranked 7th in the league for offensive production with a GFA of 2.57, the Stars will enter this matchup, having just scored a total of 10 goals in their last 2 games. Offensive production in these games having come from up and down the Stars roster. Though key players like Jason Robertson having recently stepped up with a 3-point performance in the Stars' last game, alongside his current point streak of 4 games, has helped contribute as well. Our first betting advice is to pick Dallas Stars. Minnesota came up short at home in a disappointing 4-1 loss versus the San Jose Sharks on Tuesday night. Joel Eriksson scored the only goal of the game for the Wild, while goalie Cam Talbot allowed 4 goals on just 21 shots in the loss. The Wild come in scoring 3.20 goals per game and converting on 17.4% of their power play opportunities, which rank 17th in the NHL. Ryan Hartman leads the team in scoring with 11 points and a team-high 7 goals, while Kirill Kaprizov has handed out a team-high 8 assists so far this year. Our second betting advice is to pick over 5.5. Winnipeg Jets vs Edmonton Oilers. Connor Hellebuyck is likely to be in net again after saving 32 of the 34 shots he saw last game. Hellebuyck is allowing 2.79 goals per game, which places him around the middle of the pack of goalies across the league. Where Hellebuck and the defense do struggle is against a power play. They are second to last in the league, killing off just 64.29% of penalties. It is no wonder that both Oiler goals came on the power play on Tuesday night. The Oilers have had 3 different netminders throughout the early part of this season, but Mikko Koskinen has led the way with 10 starts. Koskinen is 16th in the league with 302 saves, but he is the 5th worst goalie with 10 or more appearances and goals allowed average with 2.96. Koskinen allowed 4 goals on just 26 shots on Tuesday night and was pulled for Stuart Skinner, who saved all 8 shots he faced. The Oilers will be faced with a decision to make on who is in net Thursday, with the status still unconfirmed. Our first betting advice is to pick Edmonton Oilers. The Edmonton Oilers open a 2-game homestand on Thursday. They have been dominant on home ice, where they are sporting a stellar 6-1 record on the season. The Oilers have cooled off a bit, posting a 2-3 record in their last 5 games, all of which occurred on the road, including a 3-2 loss to the Sabres. Leon Draisaitl continues to lead the NHL in points. The 26-year-old star has been incredible, recording 3 or more points in 5 out of his last 8 games and is up to 33 points, including an NHL-leading 17 goals. Connor McDavid has earned at least 1 point in each game so far this season. The 24-year-old captain is going to reach 100 points again. He has 29 in 15 games. Jesse Puljujarvi has gone back-to-back games without a point. The 23-year-old has 6 goals and 8 assists on the year. The Winnipeg Jets are targeting a 4th consecutive victory. They have topped the Sharks, Kings, followed by a convincing 5-2 home victory against the first-place Oilers on Tuesday night. The Jets have overtaken first place in the Central ahead of the Wild. Pierre-Luc Dubois continues to produce, collecting 5 points in his last 3 games, including a 2-point effort in Tuesday's victory. The 23-year-old center is having a tremendous season, accumulating 15 points in 15 games. Kyle Connor extended his goal streak to 4 games in Tuesday's win. The talented winger is finding the back of the net with consistency, registering 12 goals. Mark Scheifele continues to be kept in check, recording only 3 points this month and 5 points in 9 games on the season. The Winnipeg Jets face the Edmonton Oilers in a rematch from their meeting on Tuesday night. The Oilers will look to exact some revenge after suffering a 5-2 loss Tuesday night in Winnipeg. The 5 goals scored by the Oilers was not too shocking when you look at their offensive stats compared to Winnipeg's defensive stats. The Jets are averaging 3.33 goals per game, good enough for 8th in the league. Combine that with the fact that the Oilers are averaging 3.13 goals allowed per game, which places them in the bottom tier of this category across the league. The fact that the Oilers were only able to get 2 goals of their own was a bit of a surprise for the number 1 team in the league in scoring. The Oilers are averaging 4 goals per game. Only 4 of their 15 games have the Oilers scored 2 or less goals. Winnipeg does rank in the upper echelon of teams in terms of goal allowed at 8, allowing just 2.60 goals per game. Will we see the same type of outcome in Thursday's matchup? Our second betting advice is to pick over 6.